yet another Spontaneous Sundays with AllOne. That's me. This is episode 16, and I put a call out to a bunch of you guys on Facebook asking for suggestions for words, topics, whatever. And as you can see, we've got a pretty decent spread to think about. And I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I'm embarrassingly going to fuck it up. But Emapea, or Emapea, is a Polish producer, and he makes quite obviously great beats. So I'm just going to use his beats for today. And if anyone knows him, or if you're watching this, thanks for the beats. You're super talented. So I'm going to just to clear my head, throw a new beat on, and then I guess we'll just get to this spread of things, huh? I was hanging out in my apartment. I looked out all of a sudden where my thoughts went. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Saw a couple dudes on rollerblades with lots of dorsal fins. Oh my god, who were these kids? They were even scarier than some scorpions. It was scary, don't know what the shorties did. It wasn't rocket power, but they were kick flipping. These kids just went sick with it. They were a bunch of street sharks. Are you kidding? Street sharks. I wanted to run downstairs and talk to them because they were part of my childhood. I said, cool, yo, y'all some street sharks? You want to get some food? Maybe over at Meat Farms? They said, nah, we were heading out to the brunch. Maybe you could smell it and taste it like some blood. I said, I don't really fuck with that, but if you want, maybe we could grab a couple snacks. They said, yeah, that's cool, and they grinned. That'd be jawsome. I said, okay, let's do it, and we got lost then. So then we left and we skated from my apartment and we did a couple kick flips and a bunch of ollies popping. It was sick, we felt like some Z-boys. That's exactly the people that could deploy. These kids that do kick flips and destroy, they felt like they were sick with it, but it was just ridiculous with it. Like we were dancing it. We saw some kids over in Venice, but not with it. It wasn't Venice, it was in Italy. They said that they used to go there from the Philippines. They would swim, indeed, and they loved it. It was fun. Just as this brunch is, it was a luncheon. I said, wow, this is great. This is so cool. But where y'all been, mate? They said, hold on. Yeah, the name's Bruce. They made that joke, and I was like, yo, dudes, are you kidding me? That wasn't jawsome. It was the low-hanging fruit, and you bit it. Unlawful. Are you kidding me? This was awful. Next thing I knew, we wrote some haikus, and we did it, and we felt like it was fun. A couple little poems, it was cool. We did it, then we run. No, we didn't run. We ran into Otto from Rocket Power, and that's exactly where my thoughts go. Oh, no. So we did a couple tricks. That was fun. Did a couple lip slides. And if I ever got hungry again, I said, we should have had brunch and breakfast instead, and then had brunch. 2 little meals. They said too much. I said too much, but y'all are a bunch of sharks. You must have been hungry. Yeah, they said we are. So we went and got some pizza. Felt like we were part of TMT. It was pretty fun, because we were a bunch of sharks and dudes just hanging out in the car with you. I said, yo, weren't you from that cartoon? By the way, where have y'all been, dude? They said, well, actually, it's funny. You say that we're not real. We're from a cartoon, buddy. That was the truth, but the truth got out, so they had to squelch it by coming out with some television stuff to sell kids, and then they made it into a little thing for us to binge on. I said, okay, that's sick, dog, but why are y'all all here? Shouldn't that sort of mess with your career? They said, yeah, that's true, but we don't want to be extinct like the dinos. Oh my god, watch his eye glow. Can't really figure where my mind goes. I'm so enthused with it. I've met these sharks. Next thing you know, we walked in. We saw 2 midgets. I said, oh my god, those are not midgets. Those are leprechauns. I guess, my gosh, we should probably grab a pot of gold. Yes, I'm pot. Pot. Yeah, it was 420. That's cool for some kids, not for me, buddy. That's alright. And so I go to change it up. I went to hop on the skateboard like some bunnies. I'm not making it up. I talked to those little shorty men. I said, y'all are sting operations for those street sharks like some scorpions. They said, that's exactly right. Of course we is. So they grabbed their binoculars to look up just to see them at the size of them. Yup. They said, those are the sharks. This is the jawsome part. Yeah, we gonna get them. We gonna catch them in the net. Then we gonna get to forget. Then we have to just mess with them. We mess it up. Yes, I guess we had to run away to Venice, cause there we was, jumping on some gondola rides. I tried to run from those leprechaun guys. I said, y'all can't hop on the ride cause you're not the size that'll allow you, guy. Yeah, I made a couple jokes about the height. In hindsight, that kinda wasn't right. But they were doing some things to my street shark pals. And I didn't think, well, we are not down. Well, y'all are down, meaning y'all are down there. I don't run around saying like I sound scared. Yeah, I know. Leprechauns, street sharks, all this sounds rare. What was happening? I said, wow, this is a profound moment. Maybe I'm dreaming. Hold on, hold it. I can't quite gather the focus or grasp it. Maybe we should have to just notice that this is the exact moment that the extinction happened, won't it? This is the social moment. Look, we had a couple of times that changed. We watched the climate change. Then the sharks came in on a tidal wave. I feel like I'm insane. I've seen all these leprechauns. Am I just a guy who's trying to rearrange my thoughts? Oh my God, it is. I realize that I'm in a cafe. I'm in a cafe drinking a coffee quick, having a chocolate binge. I'm surrounded by a lot of kids, and I created this entire thing out of the figment of my imagination with the midgets and the sharks from my adolescence, just to try to get away from my anxiousness in social situations. I created a rap session inside of my garage. Oh my God, I conjured it out of my thoughts. I was trying to avoid all of these people. I didn't want to talk to them because I wasn't sure if I was equal. Sweet, I needed to make a sequel. Sometimes my anxiousness makes me feel like socialization is evil. But then all of the comments come in and they hit me like a comet. Like the dinosaurs when their life stopped, and next thing you know, I feel obnoxious. I feel anxious. I feel nauseous. I feel like there's a cacophonous raucousness, all of the ruckus, all of these crazy things, and it bites me kinda like a spider. I went out for pizza, went out with the street sharks, except I never ever really did neither. I just invented that to try to walk away. I wanted to disappear like the Chester cat, and that's all I say. That's all I say. I just stand there in the cafe with a face that's that blank. I realize that of course I could have never experienced any of this in scores, so I'm walking around in my apartment thinking about how socialization's a garden and we should have to plant it, of course, kid. Maybe put a seed in it. Now, all of these gimmicks like sharks in the street, when they're part of me inside of this awful dream, I'm creating this as a form of escapism, when really socialization might have not made me a victim, might have been the greatest symptom of an explanation for the moment where I could make some rhythm, I could make connections, I could create, that's exactly right, pull out of the meta session. Oh my God, all of a sudden this is something I should never question. Realize I pull back another wall, break another boundary. I realize no one is surrounding me. I'm in my garage freestyling, looking like some kind of weird geek. I've even got the elbow pads. That explains it. My self-conscious made me think of skateboarding with the elbow pads. And if you were watching, hello dad, but socialization was the thing that made these suggestions. That's great. It's a creative brand new session. It will help me break away from all of my depression. Maybe I should go out for a couple breakfasts, for a couple brunches, a couple lunches. My psyche took a couple punches. I felt rambunctious. I felt disgusted. Probably because I had pizza with shark meat on it. Shark fin soup. I watched Adventure Time earlier with Jake and Finn too. Also, I made some stuff inside my blender, and Finn is also voiced by the guy who does the voice of Bender. Whoops. I put an L in there, which made me feel like I was hella aware that whenever I freestyled, my mistakes made me put an L in there. I should be smoother and more charismatic like Ellen there, like Ellen DeGeneres. I was driving around, hanging out with a bunch of kids saying expletives just to be cool, never question it. Maybe back to the freestyle suggestion sections quick. Hold on, oh my god, my attention span is short like some midgets are. Yeah, I feel like the climate situation of the social kids are getting cut down like it's by a scimitar. This is hard, this is difficult, this is a couple of sharks, this is a couple of bunnies, because it hops, but also because I got the option to walk quick. But if I slow down, I could see the tortoise go quick. Maybe I could let him slow if we could do another parable. Maybe we could feel it's a preamble. Maybe I am rambling on, maybe I'm babbling. Maybe I could move on to some better things. Maybe I could spin on my head spinning like some b-boys. I'm getting some dread, I'm getting into it, but I should get out of it instead, meaning I should get loose. Hold on, yeah, I went to the canals of Venice. That was, took me about 3 years ago. I did that with my family. We did it for about 1,000 seconds. I know it doesn't sound impressive, but it was amazing. The most profound of sessions. I had a whole book that I filled up with all the writings that I did. Yeah, I killed stuff that time. I killed a lot of thoughts in my mind because I needed to try to find a way to rewind and feel. Sometimes you need to feel the sunshine to feel like it's just kind. So a new spider created a web and I went on it, the worldwide one. And I let my social circle grow wider and reached out to people. I hate spiders. I did a whole rant on them. I feel like they're scarier than phantoms. I know this is random, but that's the point of this. Yeah, I feel like there's maybe a ransom or something, but I don't have money to pay for nothing, so that's exactly why, dude. I wrote a ransom note out of newspaper clippings in the form of a haiku that explains these sounds that you're hearing right now. I'm like my shirt, I got my head in the clouds. It's a shirt by Terry Fan. Every time I see a man, I want to spend cash, go on Society 6 and support this man, plus his brother Eric. He's also pretty incredible. They're not from America, so I don't know, maybe you should kind of envy them. When you think about it, they're Canadian, so if you could go north, yeah. You don't want to be in a place where someone who try to hold the torch of a place that's all the stone and brimstone, and even the fire, the hellfire watches. I feel hella inspired. I'm feeling like I need to get back to the spiders or get back to some of the suggestions. I mean, maybe spiders help. They might try to help to try to kill and make another couple brunches out of a bunch of flies, or maybe even beetles as well that'll help me with the garden that I'm trying to treat so well. I feel like sometimes I'm worried that I can't even spell. Like when I'm talking about the dinosaurs and the scorpions, I'm really grateful for who my friend Valor is. I saw one of her performances because she was on tour with some other talented artists, and she came down here. They all crashed at my apartment. Now back to John Velsorvius, the extinction of the dinos. Actually, when you think about it, the name of that guy does sound a little bit like he is a dino, so you have to understand that the social climate will help us to die now. So you should change the color and the hues inside of your mind now like a die now. Like I said, spelling is maybe not my best option. That's why I work in these homophones and homophonics. It's an electric option.
And now on today's program.
This dude's beats are dope. This is a journey into sound. Yeah, I don't know. I think I worked as much as I can off the top with these things. Thanks for watching. Next time, perhaps I'll have a rapper guest with me to juggle some stuff up with. So please leave your comments, your likes, your suggestions. Share this. It's not perfect. It's not meant to be. It's just meant to get open, to challenge myself, and to get you guys to be creating, hopefully, as well. Hit me up, send me a message or something if you have a YouTube series, and I'll promote it for you for the little that I can do. So anyway, thanks again. This is Spontaneous Sundays, episode 16.